Hello, this is Heather Massey, and this is my presentation on my Photoshop prototype and my Facebook and Twitter customizations. I will begin with my Photoshop prototype. There is examples of rhythm in this prototype with the repeated use of colors. Um, I'm using black, gray, and then this bright turquoise color. There is also repeated use of squares throughout this prototype. There is contrast in the black and white and then the bright color as an accent. There is great balance in this prototype with the cards lining up with the banner and the menu being about half of the size of the banner, half of the height. There is um, unity in this piece because the color scheme I think works together nicely. And there's also perspective with the shapes being in front of one another. Gives it a little bit of a three-dimensional um, look to it. Also, another piece of pattern in the logo. Try to zoom in here. With the repeated distance between the M and the rest of Massey, and then the M and then the design company. And throughout the prototype, and as you see with the social media customizations, the focus is really on the M, the iconic M of the Massey logo. Going on to the Facebook and Twitter customization, I'll start with the Facebook profile picture. In this, again, you will notice the iconic M, the contrast of the black and white, and again, the repeated space between M and the rest of Massey, and then the M in the design company. There's also use of shape, and there's a good balance because it's centered in the logo. For the Twitter profile picture, this is the original logo for the Massey Design Company. And again, there's contrast, the black and the white. There's also the contrast of the gray added to it as an accent. The distance between Ilm and the rest of Massey, and the distance between the Ilm and the design company. Looking at the cover photo for the Facebook page, there is definitely some rhythm. Again, the repeated use of the black and the gray coloring, and then the white contrasting with the black and gray. There is the use of the iconic M, which is the focus of this picture, I would say. There's good balance with the placing of the shapes, sort of, the bottom corner up here, the top right corner, and then down here. There is also movement. You start over here with the iconic M, and then the shapes just kind of drag you out. In perspective, again, the shapes being in front of one another, and then the bar just sort of looks like it is floating there. Going on to the cover photo for the Twitter page, there is once again the rhythm of the use of color, the black gray with the contrasting white. Once again, the iconic M is there, and that is sort of the focus of this photo. The repeated use of the contrasting shapes of circles and rectangles. The perspective with the shapes stacked on each other sort of gives a three-dimensional look. And the unity, again, using the same color scheme, and then that M tying it into the logo. So this completes my presentation for my Photoshop prototype and my social media customization. Thank you.